are back on Newswire, bringing in Shawne Merriman, the former NFL linebacker, three-time All-Pro linebacker, to talk about one of his new ventures and promoting an event that's happening tomorrow night. Shawne, good to have you on here. You've launched Lights Out Sports, which is obviously available in the App Store. I'd love to have you tell everybody a little bit about what we can find on Lights Out and exactly where to get it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just launched Lights Out Sports TV, which is available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire. I think you guys are showing probably the web here. Roku,
Yep.
we're there, and then also we have our big fight this Saturday, tomorrow, for Lights Out Extreme Fighting 16. Probably our biggest card yet. That'll be live on Lights Out Sports, and also congratulations to you guys. SportsGrid now has a channel up and running too as well. And I'm excited about it because, I had this vision of having multiple sports, multi-sports. We got Speed Vision coming on board, Glory Kickboxing, I think, as you see, is there also chess, which I'm never knew that I was this much of a chess fan, but watching all the commentary even late last night. World Poker Tour to be on here the next couple of days or so, and more distribution, man. I'm just really excited to launch something of this magnitude and create a locker room feel, man. We want a locker room where people go to just watch sports and that's it. It's on every major CTV platform, and so check us out. It's completely free. So.
That's great. So, yeah, it's a fast channel, so free ad supported. You can go on there and find a lot of different types of content. Like Shawne is saying, there'll be some combat sports, and the big fight is tomorrow night, May 18th in Long Beach, California. The big event, the main event, Roy Echeverria versus Pablo Caballero. That's a flyweight vacant title, so they'll be going at it. But obviously a huge card tomorrow night as well, Shawne.
Yeah, this is massive, man. I think we ended up around 17 fights in one night, which is going to be a long night of fighting. So you guys get up, go to the kitchen, use the bathroom, come back to the screen. We'll still be on. But one of these two guys, I really do believe, will end up in the UFC at one point. The winner of this fight, I do believe they have an opportunity. In fact, I think we got about two or three guys on this card tomorrow night that have a real shot at the UFC. And as anybody know, been following, things that I've been pushing is to get more and more of these up and coming superstars to the UFC, man. I think that that's a huge win for us if we're able to do that, become one of the official feeder or partner to the UFC. And so, yeah, just keep having these fights. Every 4 to 6 weeks now, we're having a fight. So this is a lot of fights we got back to back, but this one tomorrow is going to be special. And it'll be live on Lights Out Sports TV.
I appreciate the fact that you're saying it's a feeder and a potential stepping stone, because it's not easy for these types of fighters to get a shot in the UFC right away, right? They need an opportunity to be able to show what they can do before they get a huge shot like that. So I can appreciate that we'll be seeing some quality fights of guys that maybe don't have the name recognition yet.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, right? I mean, we understand the UFC is the big dogs. It's probably the reason why I'm in this sport and in this business from the first place. And so we know that we can start seeing these guys have an opportunity, these next up and coming guys. You want to get to know who they are before they get to the UFC, find out, look at their stories. And we got about 4.5 to 5 hours worth of fights tomorrow night. So we got a long night. Again, if you got one of those major TV platforms, you'll be able to download us, check us out, and it's going to be a great one.
Well, and beyond that, after the fight, there's plenty more content there, not just combat sports, chess, a variety of different things that you can find down there. So tune in to Lights Out Sports. And like he said, we'll have a channel on there. SportsGrid naturally is going to be talking about some of the content on Lights Out Sports. We'll be talking about odds whenever they're available, but our ability to make comment on some of these sports that are not some of the four majors. We have expertise in a lot of different sports. So looking forward to that and the marriage between Lights Out and SportsGrid. So given the fact that you are a three-time All-Pro player and the NFL schedule release came out a couple of days ago, we thought we'd run you through a couple of questions. My first one really is just general. As a player, what was the first thing when the schedule came out? Maybe you didn't make as big a deal of it as we make now, but what was the first thing as a player that you needed to look at when the schedule came out officially?
First of all, you want to see, who you got in the division or who you got right in the AFC or in the NFC. Maybe a team that ran a score up on you last year. Maybe you got some players that were got a couple good plays on you and they were talking during the game. Maybe a cheap shot after the whistle. These are the things that the players will never come out publicly say, right? They're never going to say, "Hey, I'm going to come back and get that guy." But let me tell you, leading up in training camp, that film is watched of that player going after guys' knees or catching a pass or blocking a cheap shot. It is looked at, even though the guys don't want to come out and say it. And don't get me wrong, it's a team game. You want to go out and get the win, but you got some personal grudges in there that happened the season before, and guys got that marked off. So whether they say it or not in publicly, it happens.
And the Chargers are kicking it off against the Raiders in week 1, so they get the divisional heated rivalry right out of the gate.
You know what? It couldn't be any better than that, right? Especially after the 63 points the Raiders put on the Chargers last year, and now holding a trophy. Right?
Okay. There he's back. There you
Yeah,
go.
a lot
Right,
of
so we had a little
lot
bit of.
yeah.
Go ahead, Sean.
A lot of the Chargers fans are upset at that 63 points and how the Raiders held on to it. I think that's a perfect matchup. Also, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Ravens. I think that's coming out the gate with a game like that. That could be implications of somebody that could see each other in the AFC Championship game. So I think the NFL did a great job at scheduling. And if you notice, they're almost building these the schedules up like movie premieres, right? I mean, it
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
that kind of feel to it. And the NFL has always done a great job at being able to do that.
So, new coach with your old team, Jim Harbaugh. We'll see how he can get them rolling. Obviously, he's going to play a lot more Smash Mouth than they have before. But to turn it back to Sean's big event, Lights Out Sports TV. Obviously, go check that out in the App Store and on all of your favorite devices. There's a big event tomorrow night, and that will be in Long Beach, California. Roy Echeverria, Pablo Caballero are the main event for the flyweight title. Big combat sports event, a huge card tomorrow night, Sean.
Thanks for having me, guys. And make sure you tune in Lights Out Sports TV.